Hello, hello. Welcome to another ESP Trading video streaming. Today is Thursday, 24th. It is 8:56 a.m. Eastern Time, Atlanta time in the US. The market is in this is in a very peculiar situation right now. I think the market is in short calling mode, but there is something. There are some things that are happening. But this, for example, this is what worries me. The bond market is so low here, so close to this low. There could be some. It was bought from here. It was bought from here, but notice where here it has bought. It was bought yesterday. There was some rally that has left a gap here, and I think this has relieved some of the pressure to the downside. Notice this spectacular. Notice this trending market. This is gold. Dollar is trading as well. And crude oil is also trading. Very nice trends here. But this is what I was worried about. Some of the pressure is off of the market. That's one thing. The other thing is, uh-oh. The market is coming. Well, you can see the market, the trend. The trend is to the upside, or was to the upside in the bigger time frames. There's some liquidation going on in the weekly. The monthly has changed. The monthly is not trending anymore. We may have a range here. There's no excess here at this high. The market is back inside July range. But this huge range here looms. I'm not saying nothing. This is just observations here. We got this 12-week range, 3, 6, 9, 11-week range here. The weekly is at the end, at the lower side of the range. We may have a range. This can be an inside bar, or it can be a range. We can form a range here relative to the previous week. This low is very questionable, and I say that in particular because this low here was the low that we have here, the 12, was when the current contract started to trade. And this is just pieces of information, right? And the daily has come back right to check the breakout level. This breakout level, this 4-day range here. And it happens to be also exactly pretty much like a couple hundreds, 100, couple hundreds, what was, or what is the 100 moving average here. And a very nice liquidation here. It was very nice here, but because you could see selling here all the way down to here, and the VIX was like 14, 15, something like that. Only these 3 days here is when the VIX went higher. Went from 14, 15 to all the way up to 18, almost, I think it was close. I don't remember, but it was 18. I don't know. It was close to 19. And now the market is trending. We have a trend to the upside, but this is regular. This is the situation that I have here. This is a B shape here. Markets rarely have this kind of formations. Really, it's not usual for the market to have B shapes. Markets usually Markets usually go from trend to range to trend, right? Markets do this, then do this, and then it can go up or it can go low. We never know what's going to happen, right? Or it can be the opposite thing as well. You know, it can break range and then have a resolution here. Now, that's not happening here. Right, that's one thing. The market, the inventory is very short here, very short. I am carrying on this low. Now, when I go to market profiles, this high here is a nuance as well, because the high was actually made in the overnight session. It was made in the overnight session. The current lows, and this is looking deeper now, having zooming in into the market, right? Look at where this low was bought. We have this 4-week range. Remember the weekly time frame, the 4-week range low. Just it was bought from there. You know, when we were talking this day, you know, this is the trade has been completed to the downside. Before the day happened, there was an overnight session here. The trade has been completed and balance guidelines apply. The 100 was at the time was kind of like around this area, so it was very close. So many things that can from when the market could have been bought. Right? It was bought. Right? It reached. It looked below the range. This is a look below and fail. Right? Now the market is short covered. This is a short covering day. Notice where it opens. It has a P shape. Short covering continues. Here was when you start. I was buyer here. I was also a buyer here, but the thing is, I couldn't. My trades didn't take much. I couldn't take advantage of this market. And this is also short covering here with the peculiarity that now we have two distributions. Yesterday, you have two distributions. I am marking this distribution low here, coming from this day. We can see value on this day. Value when the market started to break here, value could not have been moved lower. This was the tail. The fact that it didn't move inside value mean that the trend or what the market was doing at that moment is just keep doing. The odds were the market was going to keep doing what it was doing. What the market was doing? Short covering. Right. The market was rallying. And the rally just continued. And remember, we were talking kind of all week long about NVIDIA and tomorrow's Chairman Powell's speech to close the Jackson Hole meeting. All those things are there. NVIDIA has good earnings and gave us this spike. I was expecting something that I was watching is this high here from this day. Notice how many highs you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While this high could have taken some of the stops, it doesn't take all. I was expecting or waiting for some kind of spike to consider this high repair. And unfortunately for me, it didn't happen until after the close. It was NVIDIA, the event that removed, where these shorts finally dropped the tower and covered here after the close. But the thing is, these shorts can still be here, right? Because what happened after the market close. And now we have another thing. We have these lows. These short, no lows. These shorts from this day, which is the day from when everything started. Remember we were talking about how the bigs was kept really nice selling here. The bigs was 15, 14 around this. All this break was 14, 15, and here just a market. Shorts start to pile in the market and boom. And this is when the bigs started to jump here. And now we have these shorts that I still don't cover here, still praying, still hoping the market is going to come back here. Because the market is going to the downside, right? Was going to, they are used to sell now. And now we have this short inventory from this day, this short inventory from this day, very mechanical. And but notice what we have here. The overnight looks like this is a, you want to know what the short covering profile looks like. This is it. This is how it looks. This is a perfect explanation, perfect example of a P shape. You got the stem and the loop of the P here. You can see a lot. Yeah. Inventory, of course, is 100% long here. We got saddle, market saddle here. There is a potential to open with a gap here. Now, this high is weak from yesterday, meaning that the market the traders are just shorting from a mechanical level here. The pullback is very questionable. This pullback, once I close my longs, I closed it by accident. Once I closed my longs, I was looking for an opportunity to go back in. I was waiting for a pullback. The market gave us a pullback here. Which, by the way, this is something that happens all the time, right? This is a trend day. Traders are shorting the market, just because it's too high. And sometimes, the shorting is what fuels the rally. There is some rebalancing on inventory at the highs. This is late in the session, and something like this is expected when in trending days. There is always some kind of pullback, but the pullback is very weak here. The pullback was bought here, because two times here. This is very, very questionable. We have a gap here below. This is the monthly. This is July low. This low is there's a non-excess low here. This is a poor low here. This is a mechanical low here, I'm not saying the market is going to break, but this is information that I'm carrying on. And I don't know when it's going to become relevant. Right now, what the market is doing, lots of what the market is doing now has a lot to do with what happened before. What happened before has a lot to do with what's happening now. There was a lot short, there's a lot of short inventory here. You can see, right? This is short inventory. Now the market is correcting that inventory. The market hasn't found yet a place where two trade can take place. The markets are always looking for that place. You can see there's a break, there's a rally. These B shapes are very questionable as well. But my focus in front of the opening is I have several things here. One thing is the gap. The main thing is the gap. What the market does with the gap. I have the P shape here. This is short covering can weaken the market, but it is the overnight. Look at the volume. It has good volume. 342. Yesterday's volume was higher, but higher to the previous day. But for the magnitude of the break it's not significant. What I mean is the market is being dominated by very short time frame trading here. And this kind of reaction, this kind of movements are very, this kind of emotional movements are hard to trade and sometimes are easy to revert. But the thing is, we have this rally here, right? This is rally, and the gap is in the direction of the move, of what the market is doing right now. I question the V shape here. My focus is the gap. What if the market closes the gap? It means that the movement is not that strong, right? The market is not that strong. The market kept these distributions, meaning that there is some buying, significant buying here. This pullback is low. If the market re-enters this low, I want to see where or what the market does with this inventory here, this pullback here. I'm still looking to the upside, but the way how the market is doing this is what I question. Now, I can see that the market has taken these highs out, but I don't consider these highs repair until it happens in the daily time frame, in regular, my bad, not in daily time frame, but in regular trading hours. Okay? Why? Because because the overnight doesn't have enough volume to consider this a repair. Unless the market trades through this during regular trading hours, I still will carry this. I expecting something is not good. Is a poor selection of words. But I expect some, some kind of spike, the same kind of spike that we have after the close yesterday, but during regular trading hours here. What that will mean is the shorts from the stops that you have here will be hit. That's a typical action, right? Very classical. Traders know what do we have here. There's a bunch of stops in this area here. If there is anything serious, the market will take those stops. The market may give us a pullback somewhere inside this inside the gap, and then continue its upside movement. That's a sign the market has some strength, at least in the short time frame, and at least in the short term. There's some weakness up here as well from the previous day to this. There's the 50 moving average here. Technical traders use this reference, they know what it is, and the 4500 is close to this. The potential, the ultimate destination could be this. It is too far back in time for this overnight POC to be of relevance. That's not this almost 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks since this happened. This is not relevant anymore. If I see some action here going back and forth, market stopping, it's a sign that who is in the market, right? Who is the dominant force in the market. The lower side, we talk about this pullback, very questionable. The potential firecracker effect here. This is the thing here. Now we have, what there is. What do we have here, right? Below this lows here, below KLM down here, and what do we have right below that? The firecracker effect is the potential. Is the following. Once these stops are hit, then you have more stops here, and more stops here, and more stops here, and more stops here, and more here. It can just trigger some downside movement. Boom. All the way down to here. By the time the market comes down to here, it will be inside this preview range. Coming back inside targets this low, this because we have two distributions, one on the upper side and one on the other side. Coming inside this distribution targets the opposite side. And you look at this. This is kind of like interesting here. Look how the C here, M here are just, everybody can see that, right? This is an aberration here. Those are nuances. But the trend, the main thing is the trend, what the market is doing now, the market is going higher, 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 and higher. The market keep going higher. Unless there is change, the trade is still to the outside. Change will happen if the market takes this low out. That would mean that there is no more trend into the upside. And the movement is over. The action to the upside in the daily time frame is over, and we may have some rotation, we may have some balance, we may have a break, we may have any of those things. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Okay. There is a lot of expectation in tomorrow's speech of Chairman Powell, in the same way that we had expectation on NVIDIA earnings last night. Okay. I will try to remain as neutral as possible. I acknowledge this week high here, the potential for upside continuation here, the potential for a pullback here, the firecracker effect down here, July low here, week levels here, 50 here, and the 100. What is the 100? Oh, it's a kind of like a little bit far. I don't have any. If I have a bias, I try to acknowledge the bias. I try to speak the bias out so I can hear myself thinking, okay, I want the market to go in this direction. Because when that happens is when we are in danger. We are in danger because we are so focused on something or expecting something to happen that we don't see what is happening. And that's the thing that kills traders. That's we may be right. We may be right in what we see, what I think might happen. But it's just we just lose perspective, and that is important to keep, to remain as neutral as possible and try to get in sync with the market. We want to do what the market is doing. Try to identify what kind of trading is going on. It has backing, it hasn't backing, it is weak, it has conviction. Where the market is now, for example, and the market is out of balance, good opportunities can happen when the market is out of balance. The market is out of balance in the direction of the trend. What happens in the market re-enters this range, changes everything, right? If the market re-enters this range, I will start to see or to monitor another things. If the market re-enters this range, all of this inventory here can be liquidated. All of these longs can be liquidated if the market re-enters this. Will still leave these highs on play. So there could be some rotation if the market doesn't close these distributions and travels to the opposite side of the range. And there is multiple things that we need to see or to be aware of while we are trading. Okay, I will post something. Hope I can something on Twitter. And I'm trying to pull back my Twitter. Where is, okay, this is it. This is it. Sometimes I do this in mini. If you have any questions, please just put it here. I also, where did it? I also have the YouTube chat. I mean, all of these streams in Twitch, they are erased automatically after, I believe, after 5 days. But if you want to check the videos, they are here. This is the channel, and you will find these videos here in eSpiritus Trading. Yeah, all of the streams are there, are stored there. I think YouTube keep it forever. All right. Any questions, any comments are welcome. You just put it here. You can comment here. I don't think you can comment on Twitch. All right. Okay, guys. That's it for today. I hope it helps. I wish you a good trading day. See you another day. Bye bye.